My name is Patrick Woodford. I'm in my middle to late 40s. I live in London. My home is in Chester Square, and my business, an antique shop, is in Bond Street. I was first married at 18 to Elizabeth. Now I'm married to Helen. But in between, there have been Nancy, Josephine, Laura, and Betsy. Or did Betsy come before Laura? Well, it doesn't matter. I have 9 children, 2 or 3 grandchildren, and a Rolls-Royce motor car. That's about all I can tell you about myself. It's a full life.
Yes. Yeah, well, I am most awfully sorry about it, and I do assure you that the matter will be attended to just as soon as my man arrives. Yes, I'm very sorry. Thank you so much. Goodbye. Harold! Where on earth is Harold? On the one day in the year when 100 cogs have to fit smoothly into 100 ratchets, there's no one here to change gear. Hello? Madeline?
Daddy, if it's Victor, I'm out.
Who wants her? No, I'm sorry, Tony, she's out.
No, I'm into Tony.
Oh, well.
Hello, darling. Yes, Tony. Whatever you say. Yes, of course I love you, Tony. Of course, I'm your slave. Bye-bye.
Nice to hear a daughter of mine playing hard to get.
It's Tony now, not Victor.
Last week it was sorry, Daddy, it's Victor now, not Peter.
Why are you so grumpy?
I am not in the least grumpy. Look, here, help me down with this, will you? I want to get this... Got Charles Collins coming this morning, and I want to get this other one hung before he arrives here.
To sell to him?
Well, of course, to sell to him, darling. You don't think I risk a rupture just to give someone a viewing, do you?
Why don't you take it to the gallery?
It's just come from the gallery. If he buys it from there, darling, he'll just think he's putting money into my pocket. Whereas, if he thinks he's breaking my heart by taking it off the wall of my home, he'll be willing to put a little more money into my pocket. Yes, Harold. So much to do today. Got a wedding anniversary at 6 o'clock.
Whose wedding anniversary?
Not your mother, darling, one of the others. What's the matter with the man?
Perhaps he has complications.
Harold, complications, darling, you must be joking. Where life for the rest of us is a dangerous torrent, for Harold it is a trickling stream.
How do you know?
He's a born loner, darling. The sort of man for whom they make frozen television dinners and individual soup sachets. I wonder if that's him. I'm sorry I'm late. I really do think so. I mean, have you seen today's appointment book? Sir Charles Collins this morning, a business lunch, dentist at 3, solicitor at 4, wedding anniversary at 6, and I'm not at all sure that hanging that picture hasn't given me an incipient hernia. I'm truly sorry, sir. It would have to happen today. Half an hour late, Harold. I mean, it can only have been an earthquake or a general strike.
I regret to say, sir, I have a personal problem.
You'd run out of tea bags, or you couldn't find your deodorant?
Mr. Woodford, I've never, in all the time I've been with you, intruded anything of a personal nature into your highly pressurized existence.
True, yes.
Except for the occasion 5 years ago when you so generously gave me the day off when my father had that unfortunate experience with his scooter.
Yes. Yes, I remember that, because I know it came as quite a shock to realize that you'd had a father. Up until then, I'd always imagined that you'd just appeared in a puff of smoke at the age of 18.
Which is why, sir, I'm so embarrassed to burden you today. If I might speak privately to your father, miss?
Oh, it's all right. You can say what you like in front of her. Her mother's French. Anything from a missing tea bag to a sudden urge you had on the underground, she's quite unshockable.
Well, sir, it's connected with my wife.
Your wife?
Well, actually,
Your wife? Harold, I didn't know there was a Mrs.
My name is Randall.
Yeah. I know your name, Harold. I was just trying to think of the name of your wife.
Yes, sir. Yes. Well, as I was saying,
Your wife?
Yes, well, she approached me last night.
Darling, I think perhaps you better do.
Daddy!
She's not my wife.
Yes, Daddy. Not your wife, Harold.
No, sir, you see, she's my ex.
Not like X marks the spot.
No, sir, like X marks the divorce court.
Divorce? You're divorced?
Yes, sir.
You and your wife?
Well, yes, sir.
You and Mrs. Randall?
Well, she's Mrs. Croxton now, sir.
Yeah, but Harold, why haven't I known about all this before?
Well, you had your own problems, sir.
Yes, but that's no reason to hide your life behind a filing cabinet or your divorce under a bushel. What's the problem?
Well, it's to do with my daughter, sir.
Your daughter? You've got a daughter?
Well, yes, you see, sir,
Harold, you have produced issue.
Well,
Is it too early for a brandy?
it's 10:30, sir.
Yes, it is too early, but I'm going to have one all the same. Don't worry, I'll get it. You continue with the story of the secret life of Harold Randall.
Well, sir, my daughter is now age 17.
17? You don't look much more than 17 yourself.
I'm 36, sir.
Are you really? Well, I must say, Harold, in view of what I've just heard, your 36 years sit very lightly on your shoulders.
Thank you, sir. May I say that in view of your own record, you're 50 years.
Yeah, never mind about mine. Age is not what we're talking about.
Well, actually, sir, age is the problem.
Is it?
My daughter's problem, her mother's problem, well, both our problems, all our problems.
Harold, I think I'm losing your thread. Look, shall we sit down? Now then, tell me, what and how many problems are there?
Well, sir, my daughter has taken up with this fellow, you see, and I'm very anxious about the age gap.
Oh, I don't think you need worry about the age gap, Harold. I mean, I've always been older than my wives, and, well, with the current Mrs. Woodford, I'm quite a few years older.
Yes, sir.
So your daughter's 17?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And how old is the man?
16. Of course, my wife and I bear in mind that the young people of today mature at a very early age.
Yes. Even I wasn't a threat to the local maidenhood that early.
Well, sir,
Oh, don't mind me, I'm reading.
Well, sir, my daughter has been staying with me for the past fortnight, and when I noticed the development of this liaison, I contacted her mother, who now lives in Birmingham, and...
Harold, my memory isn't quite what it was. Ought I to be writing all this down?
Oh, no, sir, no. The simple point is that my ex-wife is travelling to London at this very moment to take charge of Maureen.
Maureen, is this a new character in the drama?
No, sir, Maureen is my daughter.
Oh, the daughter, I beg your pardon.
Yes. But I had a strange foreboding this morning that Maureen and Oliver...
Oliver.
That's the 16-year-old, sir.
Ah, yes.
Well, I just didn't want to let Maureen out of my sight until I'd safely delivered her into the hands of her mother, so I took an enormous liberty, Mr. Woodford.
Not on the underground, Harold.
So, but knowing you couldn't dispense with my services today, I asked my daughter to call here on the pretext of you wishing to meet her. And I'm afraid I also gave this address to her mother, who will be coming here straight from Euston to collect her.
I think I need another brandy.
I do assure you, sir, her mother will only be here long enough just to collect Maureen.
Well, I was about to say that I hadn't ordered a buffet lunch from Fortnum and Mason's. Your wife, your daughter, or Sir Charles Collins? Shall we toss for it?
Excuse me, sir.
Well, Daddy, it seems there's a lot more to Harold's life than tea bags and deodorant.
Absolutely amazing, isn't it? I mean, all these years and he'd never even given me a hint. I mean, it isn't as though I'm vague or disinterested.
Isn't it?
I beg your pardon.
Well, you could hardly even remember his surname.
Sir Charles Collins, sir.
Oh, Patrick. Charles, how nice to see you again.
Would you care for some coffee, Sir Charles?
Well, I suppose it is a bit early for something stronger.
Yes, it is early, isn't it? Yes, coffee would be very nice. Thank you, Harold.
And who's this little beauty to whom you refuse to introduce me, Patrick?
My daughter, Madeline.
I am actually Madeline Woodford.
Oh, I beg your pardon. It's just that knowing your father's reputation is I beg your pardon again.
Quite all right, Sir Charles. I know the whole dreadful story.
Yeah, run along, go on.
Sorry about that, Patrick.
That's my daughter by my third marriage.
Oh, I'm so sorry. It's just that my wife has this rakish picture of you being continually surrounded by beautiful women.
Yeah.
Only this morning she said to me, "Why do you have to go to the house to see the picture? Why not the gallery?" Obviously expecting me to be up to my knees in your harem.
Talking of the picture, Charles, it's through here.
Your daughter, she's a pretty little thing. Pity they have to grow up. Like kittens, really. Adorable for the first month or two, and then quite suddenly all claws and ingratitude.
Very true. There we are.
I mustn't be long, old chap. I dropped Lady Collins off at Harrods. She has an account there, which she uses like an Arabian oil field. Oh, yes. Yes, it is a beauty.
It breaks my heart to part with it, you know.
Oh, does it really? Oh, well, in that case...
Oh, no, boy. It's the only Molesco I've got, and since you've already got a couple, I thought they'd be much happier living together.
Yes, but to take it off your own wall, old fellow, I feel like a grave robber.
Oh, nonsense.
No, it's true, I do. And the only way you can square my conscience is to let me give you £1 or 2 over the odds.
Well, I wouldn't dream.
And I wouldn't sleep. So if you don't take my offer...
Well, if you're twisting my arm...
Good fellow. Now, what about this coffee?
Oh, yes.
He's just getting some coffee. He'll be out in a minute.
Well, well, well.
Oh,
Who have we here?
It's, this...
Maureen.
That's right, yes, Maureen, yes.
Another daughter?
No, sir, Maureen is my daughter.
Your daughter?
Yes, sir. Would you care for the coffee in the sitting room, sir?
Thank you very much, Harold, yes.
Yes, and perhaps these young ladies would like to join us. Now, go along in, girls. Madeline and Maureen, isn't it?
I'll take the coffee.
Thank you, sir.
Will that be another one?
No, Charles. Your wife is quite mistaken about me, you know.
Indeed.
Jessica.
Hello, Harold.
My God! Here's another one.
Another what?
Another woman. And this one is nobody's daughter. And frankly, Patrick, I'm rather surprised that you allow your assistant to make quite so free with your visitors.
Charles, that'll be Harold's ex-wife.
His wife?
Yes.
Who's due next, his mother or a couple of aunts?
I'm so sorry, sir.
Is that your ex-wife, Harold?
Yes, sir, she's waiting for me in the hall, sir.
Waiting in the hall? Oh, ridiculous. I'd like to meet her. Now,
Me too.
yeah, would you pour out the coffee? Hello. I'm Patrick Woodford.
Yes.
And you must be Mrs. Randall.
Croxton.
Oh, yes, of course, I can see the likeness. Would you care for some coffee?
Oh, Harold did ask me to wait out here.
Nonsense, nonsense. Now, you come along and have some coffee with that. Oh, excuse me, will you? It's straight through there.
You must be Patrick Woodford.
Yes?
I'm Lady Collins.
Lady Collins.
Is my husband here?
You just wait here, Lady Collins. I'll see if Charles is still here.
It was very, very funny.
Charles!
Griselda, may I introduce...
I have finished at Harrods, Charles, and you have finished here.
Well, not quite, dear.
Oh, don't drag your feet, Charles.
Well, the picture, you see.
Oh, where is it?
In there.
Hiddens, come along, Charles. Mr. Woodford.
Yes, I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry, sir. I feel it's all my fault.
Yes, it is your fault, Harold. Yes. Yes, entirely your fault. And do you know why? Because you were bloody fool enough to get married. Harold, for goodness sake, stop apologizing. The disaster has happened. I have lost the sale. So that hideosity might just as well go back whence it came. Would you care to join me in a hernia?
Excuse me, Mr. Woodford. I'd like to take Maureen away as soon as possible.
Oh, I am most terribly sorry, Mrs. Randall.
Oh, Croxton.
Croxton, of course, it was on the tip of my tongue. I've been an awfully bad host. Look, please do sit down. Would you like a coffee? Harold will get it for... I mean, Mr. Randall. I mean, or would you prefer tea?
Actually, I'm a little worried about Edward.
Edward?
Edward.
Edward.
Her new husband.
Edward.
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 Well, you see, he's always been a little jealous of Harold. I'm sure you can understand that.
Well, I'll try.
Well, he didn't take well my coming to London. He said Maureen was old enough to travel home alone, and all I wanted was an excuse to see Harold. You understand?
I'm still trying.
You see, to put it in a nutshell...
Yes, please do, yes.
I was married under slightly false pretenses.
You mean you and Harold committed bigamy?
Oh, no. It's Edward I married under false pretenses.
You and Edward committed bigamy?
No. But when Harold and I agreed to go our separate ways, well, I did sort of hint to Edward that Harold was your associate.
Edward being quite big in business.
In Birmingham. And I also hinted that Harold was bigger, too.
In business?
No, in myself, sir.
Edward being tall and rather distinguished, I always sort of led him to believe that Harold was cast in a similar mould.
To impress him?
To hook him.
And as he'd never seen Harold, I was able to keep up the pretense. But I've the strongest feeling I saw Edward on Birmingham Station this morning.
Coming to London?
Yes, and I'm worried about a confrontation.
When he finds out that Harold's smaller on all points.
If you'll excuse us, Maureen and I will just slip away.
Yes, certainly, yes. Oh, Now, that could be Sir Charles, having given Lady Collins the slip, coming back for the painting.
You wouldn't care to answer the door, would you, sir?
No, quite right, Harold, I wouldn't, no. As the saying hath it, one doesn't keep a dog and bark oneself.
Mrs. Croxton here by any chance?
Mrs.
Croxton. I'm her husband, Edward Croxton.
Well, we'll be off. It was a pleasure meeting you, Mr. Woodford.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Randall.
Croxton.
Croxton, yes, of course.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Mary.
Maury.
Oh, Maury.
Mr. Woodford, I'm most terribly sorry.
Really, Harold, no more apologies.
But I've done it again.
Done what?
It was on the spur of the moment. Didn't even sound like me saying the words.
Should the ladies cover their ears, do you think?
Edward was here.
Edward?
Edward.
Jessica's Edward.
Yes, we know whose Edward he is.
And he asked me who I was, and I found myself saying, Patrick Woodford.
You said you were...
You, sir? Yes, sir.
Why, sir?
Because I wanted him to go away.
And why should the mention of my name send a man galloping down the street?
But he didn't go away. He asked for Harold. That's me, sir.
I know who you are, too.
And I said I'd left.
You said you'd left?
Yes, I said Harold didn't live here anymore. To avoid the confrontation. But he heard Jessica's voice and he's waiting. I'm so sorry, sir.
Yes, so am I, Harold. I'm a trifle confused, too. And not only are you me, but you've gone. So who am I and where am I?
Well, it occurred to me, sir, if you wouldn't mind assisting in the deception for a brief moment, that you might be me.
But you've gone.
I mean, the me who took over from me after I'd gone.
Harold, you can't ask Mr.
Oh, hello, Jessica. Hello, Maureen. Look, I'm sorry to intrude on your privacy, Mr. Woodford, but it's always best to clear the air. You see, I followed my wife to London because I was convinced that she wanted to see Harold again. I made a mistake, Jessica. I'm terribly sorry.
Oh, yes, well, I just came here to see Maureen and...
Mr. Woodford, yes, of course. You see, she's Harold's ex-wife, but presumably you know that, yes. And presumably, you're the new man. My name's Croxton.
Good morning, sir.
And who's this little lady?
Madeline Woodford.
Your daughter? Well, I won't say I can see the likeness.
Let's go, Edward.
Well, there's no need to hurry if you're having a chinwag with Mr. Woodford. As a matter of fact, you couldn't rustle me up a cup of coffee, could you?
Well,
That's cold.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm sorry, I don't know your name.
Patterson.
Patterson, is that your surname?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, well, I always understood that when Harold worked for you, Mr. Woodford, he was always addressed by his Christian name.
Yes, sir.
And what's yours?
Carter, sir.
Excuse me.
Well, that's all right, Mr. Woodford. Your man will answer that, surely.
Oh, excuse me, is Harold here? Harold Randall?
Yes.
Are you Mr. Woodford?
No, I'm Carter Patterson.
Well, could I have a word with Harold, please?
Who shall I say?
Barbara.
Barbara who?
Barbara Randall. I'm his second wife.
Well, we could have a spot at lunch and then catch the 3:30.
Well, I think I'd much rather go sooner.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir. I mean, Carter.
You have a visitor, sir.
I have.
Yes, sir. Mrs. Barbara something. I think perhaps you better see her in the hall, sir.
Yes. Yes.
How's my coffee, Patterson?
As well as can be expected, sir.
Darling, I'm so sorry to barge in like this.
Well, don't be sorry. We're delighted. Is this your wife, Mr. Woodford?
No, sir.
I was talking to Mr. Woodford, Patterson.
You were.
Barbara.
What's going on here?
I'll get your coffee.
What? Well, good heavens, you'd think Patterson was master of the house.
I tried to ring, but it was engaged. And this poor boy Oliver, Maureen's friend, well, he's pining Harold. He phoned several times. So I gave him some coffee and left him at home.
Patterson, who is that woman?
Well, sir.
Let's go, Edward.
No,
Maureen.
hang on a minute. I haven't had my coffee yet. Does your master have any cigarettes about the place?
I'm afraid he's a non-smoker, sir.
Ah, my favorite brand. Do you have a light?
My God.
I beg your pardon?
I don't...
Ah, Madeline, isn't it? Hello, my dear. Is your father still here?
Well, he is, and he isn't. I mean,
He's not quite himself at the moment.
Really? Who is he? 2 other people?
Sir Charles!
I'd like to meet this elusive Harold.
I managed to give Griselda the slip.
Would anyone like to see the rest of the house?
I see we have an addition on the distaff side.
Yes.
Ah, here's your coffee.
Oh, good, I could do with a cup.
Well, that's my coffee.
The picture is still hanging in the library.
Well, there's no hurry. I haven't been introduced to this charming lady.
I'll get it, Daddy.
Daddy? Somebody please tell me what's going on.
Let's go, darling.
Yes, while your heart will still stand the strain.
Thank you, Mr. Woodford.
Woodford? Shut up. Bye.
Bye-bye, Daddy.
Bye-bye.
Excuse me, may I? Harold, look, if that is another of your camp followers...
I can assure you, sir, you've seen my lot.
Well, just in case you've forgotten a couple, Madeline, darling...
Call you back, Tony. It's problem time.
I'm terribly sorry about all this, Charles.
Yes, it was rather confusing.
Well, is there anything you'd like to know?
Yes, this lovely lady's name.
It's Lady Collins.
God, here we go again.
And Patrick returns to your screen same time, same place tomorrow. But stay with us now as we take a trip back in time and drop in on classic Coronation Street.